Hi everybody, this is Alert Day Trading. The purpose of this video and all the videos I've been making is to journal my trades. I like to go over as many trades as I can, trying to catch any mistakes, also notice my good behaviors, for example, following my rules, and notice how I'm doing with that and try to duplicate good behaviors, minimize mistakes. So this is a video journal of all my trades. I find it to be very helpful, and I am posting them in the hopes that if someone can learn from my mistakes and anything I'm doing well, then great. So I'm not giving any advice. I'm just sharing my strategy, my point of view on trading from what I've learned. So I saw VVUS this morning. It was on the gap up scanner on my trading platform. I put an alert as it broke above these highs right here. And it was moving nicely. I had this nice green candle. Here's the 1 minute chart. So here's that area right here. It's breaking above those highs. I waited for a pullback. Of course, you want it to hold here, so as it's told, old resistance becomes new support. I use the EMA as my guideline. So I'm looking for a pullback. I look for the first red candle to close, and then the first candle to break above the previous candle's high is my entry point. So there's my first red candle. Nothing broke above that high or that high. But here we have a break. So this is the 1 minute candle, which is my lowest position size. I risk the least amount in the 1 minute. And as I get more confirmation in the 3 minute and the 5 minute, I increase my position size. So in the 1 minute candle, here's my entry. Stop loss is below the EMA, which is about $3.17, so under 320 low of that candle. And I'm risking about 10 to 13 cents. There's my profit. My first target would be about 350, as that's usually a level of resistance. Half dollars and whole dollars are usually strong levels of resistance. I also noticed that from the low of this candle to the high of this candle, we have a nice range of, from this low to this high. So we have 280 to 315. It's about 35 cents. This low, 290 to 340. So that's about 50 cents. So if we average those out, we're talking about 40 cents. So from this low, we take about 40 cents. It's going to be about 360. So my profit target's about 350 to 360. So I'm risking about 13 cents in hopes to make somewhere around 25 to 30 cents from the entry point. So that fits into my risk to reward ratio minimum of 1 to 2. So I put in an order as the price breaks this high. I'm in the trade, and we get up to about 345. I took a little bit off the position just because I am noticing the level 2, and it's close enough to the 350 range, and it fits in also with my scaling out strategy, which is every risk interval I take a little bit off the trade. So if I'm risking 13 cents, every 13 cents I will take a little bit off. So from 330 to 345, it's about 15 cents. So I take a little bit off and hope for the next interval. Never came. Part of my exit strategy is to raise my stop losses under the EMA, which I did. So I started to get stopped out here. I still had my last portion at my ultimate stop loss, which was about under 320. And once I get to about 2R, I'll start raising all my stop losses to around break even, but noticing the price action in the EMAs, so that's really where I trail my stop losses. So as time continued, we got more confirmation in the 3-minute candle. So if you look at the 3-minute, there's that push right here in the 1 minute, but then came that back down right here. So the 3-minute candle, actually I didn't use the 3-minute candle because this was the first red candle and it broke a high. But this didn't fit into my risk to reward, so I didn't add using the 3-minute time frame. I didn't use this chart into consideration because it didn't follow my risk to reward. And after that first high is broken, I don't really trust the price action after that if it doesn't follow through. So then I go to the 5-minute chart, which is, in my opinion, even more confirmation. And so far it looks good. There's that push up from the 1-minute chart over here, and then it came back down. So the 5-minute chart's looking nice. So I put in another order here, and there my full risk is my biggest position size I use is with the 5-minute chart. So as the price broke above that high, the risk was very similar to the 1-minute chart, a little bit wider than the 1 minute, so I kept that into account. And as the price broke above, in this nice move, I was selling every about 10 to 15 cents. That's my risk intervals. And we got to move all the way up to just under $4. So I risked pretty much about 15 cents. And we had to move from 335 all the way up to 397. That's a 62 cent. Let's just round it to 60 cents. We're risking 15 cents. That's a risk to reward of 1 to 4. So that's awesome. So I've definitely been focusing on my risk to reward a lot more lately, and I find it to be extremely helpful. I'm passing up trades I shouldn't take, and I'm feeling a lot more comfortable on trades I do take. If they don't work out, that's okay, because I know that I'm going to get a nice trade eventually. So this trade alone cancel out 2 or 3 previous losers. So I can be right 1 out of 3 times with a risk to reward of 1 to 4. It's pretty good. You don't always get the 1 to 4 moves. Usually I notice it's anywhere between 1 to 3. But yesterday I had a trade that was 1 to 18. And if I had a larger position size, I would have definitely captured a lot more of that move. But still, testing my strategy, so I'm not risking too much yet. I think it's important to keep a cool head and not get euphoric just because you had a good trade. So I'm paying attention to this stock still. So If it breaks above the $4 range, I'll definitely get interested. Here's an alert. The volume is pretty low, so if it breaks above $4 with a lot more volume, then I might try and get back into the trade. So anyway, again, these videos are for the videos. These videos, the purpose of these videos are to journal my trades and catch any mistakes I've made, notice any good behaviors. So honestly, I don't see any mistakes that jump out at me. I feel like I followed my trade plan uh, exactly how I would hoped to. Um, if I really want to be picky, maybe no, I can't think of anything because I did follow all my exit strategy, uh, which is to trail my stop losses up the blue line, scale out every risk interval, in this case every 10 to 15 cents, and I also use if the stock breaks below a previous candle, the candle's low, I'll scale out a little bit as well. So in hope, it's always in hopes that the stock will continue to go higher and higher and capture a really big move. But you still have to not be greedy and scale out and follow your exit strategy. Okay, so again, the purpose of this video is to journal my trade, catch any mistakes, notice good behaviors. If you can learn from any of my mistakes, then great. Um, and if you have any questions, let me know. And have a good day.